Hello there, guys. Good to have you joining as I present another tutorial today. Up to the time, we'll be presenting the topic triangles and circles. In this topic, we will be looking at inscribe, circumscribe, and ascribe, circle in a triangle. We will first start with inscribe circle. But what does this really mean? In essence, this is when we have a triangle and we place a circle in the middle of the triangle. As you can see here, where my example on the right side of the screen has the circle ABC, the triangle ABC, and the circle placed in the triangle. That's what inscribe means as it relates to a triangle. Circumscribe means that we would have the triangle and the circle will be placed on the outside of the triangle, touching points A, B, and C respectively. And then the last one is ascribe. This is where one side of the triangle touches a circle on the outside. So the circle is drawn on the outside of the triangle and it is tangent to one side. So let's start now with inscribed circle. So first, I'm going to draw my triangle ABC, where AB is 100 millimeter, BC is 60 millimeter, and AC is 105 millimeters. Okay, let's get that. I'm in AutoCAD now, and I'm on my construction layer, and I'll be drawing this on my construction layer. So I select my line tool, alpha line, hit enter, and then I just select this. I turn on my ortho down here, and AB is 100, so I'm going to type in 100. That's my AB. And to get B and C, we first need to use our circle tool. So I'm going to go on to the circle tool by tapping C for circle, and I've highlighted my circle tool and hit enter. And at A, I'm going to put the distance of AC, which is 105, but I'm going to put it in a radius. So I'm just going to open the circle and then type in 105. And that somewhere on this arc is where C is. But to find C, I'm going to go over to B, and I'm going to be still on my circle tool, open my circle, and then I'm going to type in 60 millimeters, because that is where what B, the distance from B to C is. So where these two circles meet, that is where my C is. So I'll take this opportunity to just join up my triangle before we go any further. Okay, good. Now I'm going to label my triangle ABC. Cool. Just going to increase the size. And then I'm going to match drop the properties at A over to B and then over to C. Now, this is going to be our main triangle that we're going to use for the demonstration. And let me just put this in outline. So I'm going to go over and put this into my outline layer. This is my outline layer. I'm actually matching the properties from the title block that's drawn in my outline layer. So ABC there in my outline layer, and these two circles that I use to construct the triangle are in my construction layer. Now at this moment, I'm going to create some arcs at A, angle A, angle B, and angle C. We don't need them at angle C, so I'll just create the arcs at angle A and B. In order for me to do this, I'm going to hit C for circle, enter, and create a circle that starts at A. Now, I'm not going to specify a distance for this circle. I'm just going to open it to a respectable point. Like, I think that's good because ultimately I'm trimming this circle. So I'm going to trim it, trim the circle. Right, and this is all I want from that circle, just that angle arc right there. So I'm going to do the same thing over at B. C for circle, create my circle, trim my circle, and to trim I select everything, and then activate the trim command, and then just remove the unwanted bits. So that is what I need for A, angle A, and angle B. Now with these two angle arcs in, the next step is to bisect them. So when we are bisecting anything, we are finding the direct half of it. So we can bisect a line or we can bisect an angle. When bisecting an angle, I just go on to my line tool, and then I just hover to where I think the midpoint would be. But in order for me to see the midpoint, my object snap menu must be turned on, and you will see that that is turned on when it lights up blue. So when the object snap menu is in blue, that's when it's on. To actually turn on the different features of your object snap menu, you have to press the arrow down here, which is next to the object snap menu, and you'll be able to turn on features like endpoint, midpoint, center, quadrant, perpendicular, tangent, and so forth. So I'm just going to make sure my object snap menu is on. This is my midpoint, and from my midpoint I go all the way back to where this started, right to the point A. So that is how I've divided angle A in half, and I'm going to do the same thing at B. Find my midpoint and then bring it back to B. Now, what do I need with these two lines? I need these two lines to meet at a common point. So I'm going to fillet. I'm going to fillet B, line at B, and the line at A. F to fillet, enter, select, select, and there is my center point, which is my common meeting point, and I'm going to call that point O. Okay, so point O is installed, and what do we do at point O? We actually hit C for circle, and we go on the meeting point where these two bisected angles have come together, and I just open my circle till it touches any of the lines to make it a triangle, either the line AC, the line AB, or the line BC. Once I touch any one of them, I should get a circle that touches all three lines of the triangle. And this is called Inscribe circle. So I'm now going to transfer this circle over to the outline. And I'm going to put the points over in the text layer at this time. So this join is basically finished. Now, let me just turn off my construction layer so that you can see the finished product. So what have we done here? We have created a triangle ABC, and we have created an inscribed circle, basically placing a circle on the inside of the triangle. And this is called inscribed circle. I'm just going to give this a label before we move on to the others. So this is called inscribed triangle. INSCRIBE triangle. Sorry, inscribed circle. Inscribed circle. Okay. Now that we have finished that, I'm just going to move this above because I need to make space for the others to come, right? And I'm just going to copy the triangle ABC. I'm just going to remove the circle in the middle and remove point O, all right? Because all I want is a triangle ABC. Now this next one that I'm doing is circumscribe circle. What this really means is that the circle will go around the triangle and touch points A, B, and C. So the circle will touch A, B, and C, similarly to what you see here in this diagram. Now, what do we need to do to achieve this? Unlike the first one, we're not going to bisect the angles. But like the first one, we are going to bisect. What are we bisecting? We are bisecting the lines. So I'm bisecting the line AC and AB. So when I bisect a line, I just hover over the line and it finds the halfway point. So I know that's where my halfway point is. And I know this is where my halfway point is on AB. So this goes straight up, perpendicular. But I want to create a perpendicular line at AC. So what I'm going to do to get that, I'm going to offset AC some distance, some random distance, let's say 40. And then I'm going to create my perpendicular line that does that. And then I'm going to remove the offsetted line because that was just done to make sure that I have drawn a perpendicular line from AC. Now, similarly to the other problem, we are looking at the point where the two bisecting lines converge and meet a point O. So I'm going to fill it. And that is my point O here. I'm also going to transfer these lines and put them into my construction there right now. So this is my point O for this one. And at point O, what do? I create my circle. So I create my circle by going on my circle command, activate it, and then open the circle to touch either points A, B, or C. It shouldn't matter because all three of these points should be touching the circle once this construction is completed properly. That's it there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the note down here from inscribed circle to circumscribed circle. CIRCUMSCRIBE. Again, that is circumscribed circle. And for that one, we bisect. I'm just going to place bisect the lines AC and AB. AC and AB. Good. For this one, we bisect the angle. Bisect the angles. Angles A and B. So we have done two so far. We now move on to our third construction, and this is ascribed circles. Again, what is this? This is a triangle created, and then there's a circle that is tangent to one of the sides on the triangle, and they are creating the the circle tangent to sides C, B. Now I'm going to remove these constructions because to serve the purpose. I'm going to bring this drawing closer. So probably place it in this corner. Yeah. And what do I need to get this final drawing started? I need the triangle ABC. So I'm going to copy. I don't need a circle on the outside, and again, I always like to start with my triangle. Now, I'm going to extend my baseline on the side of B. In order for me to do this, I need to create angle arcs at points B and point C. Create that circle and then trim it. And the angles that I want for this construction are the exterior angles and the angles on the outside of the triangle. Okay, I need to place in my point C, because somewhere I didn't copy over point C. So I'm just going to change that B to C. Good. And again, I say what my exterior angle. So all I mean is I'm not interested in the angle that is inside to create the triangle. I'm interested in the angle on the outside. So bear that in mind. I've created a circle and I'm going to trim everything except the angle on the outside, and that is what I mean. Now I'm going to match construction to the construction there. And like the first two above, we had to bisect something. In this one, we bisect the angle on the outside until the two bisector lines converge at a point. So let's get that done. I use my fillet tool to converge, to bring these two bisector lines to a point. And that point is always point O. Now what do we do at point O? Point O is where we can create our circle, open our circle, and we bring it right down to the baseline B. And the circle is tangent to AB, to the line AB, and is also tangent to the line CB. So this is the final one in our circles, in our triangles and circles topic. And this one is called Ascribe circle. And to achieve this, what do? We bisect the lines. Now first, create exterior EXTRIO exterior angles at points B and C. Bisect the angles and converge the two bisectors. So this one, we bisect the two angles and then we bring them to a point. I like bring them to a point so that most people will understand me. Bisect the angles and bring them to a common point O. I'm looking to see if my word inscribe is spelled wrong. I don't know. Computer just not recognizing that, but it's correct. So I mean Ascribe is correct. So let's just recap before we close off. The first one we did inscribed circle. We created our triangle ABC and we bisected the angles. So I bisected angles A and angles B. And what I did is the two bisectors come together to form a point. They come together and meet at a point, sorry. And this point is called O. I use O to create my circle. I use O as the axis to create my circle that will touch the inside lines of my triangle ABC. Then the second one is circumscribed circle. I use the same triangle, bisected the lines AC, just highlighting AC, and AB. Now again, where these two bisector lines converge, they form point O. Point O is the axis for the new circle that touches point A, B, and C. Last one, ascribed circle. We use about the same triangle, created exterior angles at points B and point C. I have the angles there highlighted, and bisect the angles, bring them to a common point O. O again is the axis for the circle that, when open, needs to touch line BC and AB baseline. Once you've done that, then you have finished this exercise. I hope you guys learned something new today. This is a quick exercise and it was called triangles and circles.